Welcome to the 139th episode of the MC Knitting Adventures podcast. My name's Colleen.
And my name is May. Welcome, returning viewers. And for those of you watching us for the first time, we're so glad you could join us today. And for those of you, you know it's been a little while. And on today's podcast, we're going to have a giveaway. You're not going to want to miss that and listen to what Colleen has to say and how to enter that. That's exciting. Right. Mm-hmm. We're going to have an update on Colleen's mom, which is a good update. That is good. And we're also going to have... talk about a booth that we've been to, and we also visited the string theory in Fergus, and that is who's given the giveaway. But before we get into all that today, Colleen will talk about what we're wearing.
We've been really busy.
And I have a bit of a cold today, so if I'm sounding a little stuffed up.
And what I really want to do is this, but you won't see me.
Yeah, it's not COVID, it's just a cold.
Yeah,
so.
That's right. Okay, so we are both wearing the same thing. And that is the Dragon Belly Shawl by Johanna Lindahl. Crochet pattern. Lovely crochet pattern. Now, May is wearing the Fair Cotton Infinity by Katya. And it is a little... It's not rustic because it doesn't have wool in it, but it's a little...
What do you call that? What would you call that? It's kind of like cotton. You know that?
It is cotton.
Oh.
That's why it's kind of like cotton.
It's cotton. Yeah. So it's not soft, but it's not harsh. I wouldn't call it harsh. No. Maybe stiff. Maybe a little stiffer. Yeah. But it feels nice around the neck.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. It just looks like a cowl because it isn't quite as big.
Cotton's nice for the fall. And these are the same thing.
It's the same thing.
And I cannot believe how you can knit different colors and they look so different.
So this is Modern Cotton DK by Barocco. It is lovely. So it's 60% Pima cotton and 40% rayon. So that may be why this is a little softer because it's got the rayon in it.
Oh, a little softer, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But I put tassels on this one. I didn't have enough yarn left to put tassels on that one. Well, I could have put yellow tassels on it, but that was
it's kind of nice to show everybody with or without tassels.
Exactly.
And then you can decide.
Exactly. And this is really nice to crochet because once you get into the pattern, there's a way to check your stitch count, and I really do enjoy it. I've made a number of these, and we've actually made some and given them to the mums, and they really like them too. Yes, so that is what we're wearing. And next we're going to talk about finished objects. My first finished object is a pair of socks, and that is the Hobbity Socks by K.F. Jones. And so this was in, if you're a patron of the Bakery Bears, this was in one of their, is it monthly, every other month? And it is Knitability, I think is what it's called. And this pattern was in there. But it's a lovely pattern. So these are some of those birthday socks. And that yarn is called, so many things done, Cascade Heritage Prints. And I've had that a long time. It actually, the colorway is called Graffiti. Now I put in a different colored heel. The nice thing about this pattern, I won't tell you much about it because you'd have to pay for it, but this is a square heel, and so square heels don't mess up the striping as much as some of the other heels.
Well, it's a perfect match, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah, it looks like birthday cake socks. You know, it does look like birthday cake.
I didn't even think about that, but you're right. Yeah. Now, I had 2 balls. They're both 100-gram balls. So obviously I have enough to make another pair of those. So somebody's going to be getting another pair of those.
Nice colors.
Yeah, I really, really like it. Yeah. Of course, I put purple on the heels because that's what I do. So I'm just going to steal those back because I'm going to need those blockers, but that's that. Now, I'll be right back. I'm back. All right, my next finished object, and it's going to look like it's not quite finished, but there's things to do. So this is called the Endy Bits Scarflet, and that's also by K.F. Jones of the Bakery Bears. Now this yarn, oh my goodness, this is called Wool Interrupted, and it says hand-dyed with care in small batches in Muskoka, Ontario. And I got this at String Theory in Fergus.
Really?
Really. Everything's coming together, you know, it's come full circle.
And we did visit Muskoka Yarns.
Yes, we did, but it wasn't from Muskoka Yarns, it was from Fergus.
Yes.
It's amazing. All right, so this is a long, narrow scarflet. Now, it's still attached to the ball of yarn, but that's because I need to block it. And I'm not going to aggressively block this. This is lots long enough. This is going to be nice. It's going to wrap 2 or 3 times around. But I like this little bit of lace at the end. And this color is brilliant because this will go on black for sure. but it will still
Nice.
show up.
Yeah, it's really a nice color. It's a nice
Exactly.
deep purple, isn't it?
Yes, it's called. What is it
Love
called?
that yarn.
It's called Cocoa Sangria.
That is a beautiful yarn.
It is a beautiful yarn.
It does look
It's
like
nice
a
and
nice
soft.
wine.
It does. Exactly.
Very
It's got
nice.
merino, nylon, and cashmere in it.
That's why it's soft.
That's right. Now, I also had to do a little bit of work knitting. So you know what's coming. So we have some chunky cabled hats, and that's by Destiny Meyer. So I'll let you hold that one. And I am using Loops and Thread Charisma, which is lovely. So it's acrylic, and the reason why I do that so people can wash it and dry it. So I've got 3 different colors.
Well, those are nice colors.
Yep.
I know we've sold a few black ones. That's
Yeah,
nice.
and there's a pretty red one, and then we've got some Barbie pink.
That's nice.
Exactly. So I thought those were kind of fun, and hopefully they will sell. We've sold a few of those. It's kind of funny. We don't really have the big seller because it just seems everybody likes a little bit of everything.
Right, and we've got the tags on here.
Tags on there for
That's
sure.
nice. Yeah, very nice.
Exactly. So those are some work things. Then we have a basic pom-pom beanie, also by Destiny Meyer. And this also uses the Charisma. Now I'm just going to show you a different tag. It is still the same thing. It's just every time they change the yarn up a little bit, they change the tag. So here is that a little.
That's
oh my
cute.
Gosh, so pink. There we go. And once again, we've sold a few of those, so I'm trying to make up the difference in what we had in our, I guess it's called our inventory, if we say what it is. And then I have, once again, this is work knitting. I have another one of the ribbed headband with the twists. And that is by Home of Yarns. And there is a nice red one. That would be nice.
That is nice.
Yeah, I like that. I like
Nice
that
and
color.
warm. Fall's coming. Winter's
That's
coming.
Right, exactly. So on our adventure, where we went to Fergus, we also went to the Muskoka Yarn Company. And May always likes, when she's taking her pictures, she finds things.
Now, it was kind of a drive-by. We were just heading up to my friend's again.
Yeah.
But it was kind of like a quick stop in, and you got to
Exactly.
meet the owner.
Yep, Michelle.
Michelle, who's lovely.
Yeah.
And in there, I saw this animal, and I got talking about this animal that was there. It was crocheted.
Yeah.
And they said, oh, they're really popular, and I thought they were so cute. And then there was a book, and then you can tell the rest.
Guess what? So the book had to come home. And I did buy some of the yarn that they had there, but I haven't made something with that yarn yet. I'm kind of keeping that for special. So these are called Mama Made Minis, Knotted Loveys by Alison Dratch and Lindsay McNutt. So there's the book.
And you've probably, if you're a knitter or a crocheter, you've probably heard of these before or seen
Exactly.
them around because
Yeah.
with different craft shows they do have them.
That's right. So lots of times they have like a little head on something and it's like a little blanket, 4 corners, but these are different.
Right.
Now, knotted because when you make the legs, you knot them up. So here we go. Now, I've done a few of these. We sold one, but here we go. So
Oh my
this
gosh,
is the
they are so
hippopotamus.
cute. Look at this guy. I love
So
him.
you only really stuff the head. You do a little bit of the feet. But anyway, this book, great for explaining.
It's kind of like a little blankie. You know,
that's exactly what
is
it
that
is.
what it's supposed to be like?
Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
It's very cute. Now, you can make different sizes in these?
You can, if you use a different weight of yarn. Now, I'm looking for the tag, which is so big. Why can't I see it? That is Bernat Blanket. And I know there's Bernat Mini Blanket, but I'm using Bernat Blanket. So
That's
it's
cute.
lovely. And it's so soft. And the one that sold was the frog, and it sold. We made a frog, so.
Yep.
And it was in a kind of greeny color. Then we decided to make the elephant.
Now, the nice thing I noticed, some people put on eyes, and you crochet in the eyes.
Yeah, so that's just yarn. It's not going to come out. I
feel
have
so much
safety
better
eyes, yeah.
because you do have safety eyes, but I just feel so much better that
I
it's
would
not
agree
going
with
to
you.
happen.
That's right. That's right.
You know? Oh my gosh! Look at the tail. Look at
It is fun. It's all little details, like you've got little toenails. I don't know if they call them toenails, but you've got little toenails. And there we go. So lots of
I
fun.
want one of these for myself. That is so
Every
cute.
time I
love
finish
it.
one, May would put it into.
Oh, I
I
just
just
love
love
it. Love it, love it, love it.
So that's kind of fun.
And I don't wear any makeup, so it's okay for me
That's
to do
right.
that.
That's right. Me, keep it away. Okay. Now, the other thing that I did was I made something called a no-sew sea turtle. It is a free pattern, and this is by, and I'm saying the name, Fat Dog Crochet. Now, the pattern, you kind of have to cut and paste a little bit. But anyway, so it's a sea turtle pattern. Now, I changed it up a little bit, but here we go. So it has a little bit more of a hump.
It is so cute.
Yeah. So it is nice. You don't have to sew in anything. Once again, I used yarn for the eyes.
Now you can do these different colors and
Different
everything,
colors.
right?
Yep. Exactly.
That's so cute.
Exactly.
Nice.
I'm very happy with it.
I love that.
So
All
that's that. Now, what else is in my pile of goodies? Do you want to move those critters?
You have more of these too. You have the monkey and you have
Exactly.
other
I've done a
ones, too.
few more.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll throw
You've been
those
busy.
back. I have. Now, where do I go next? Let me see. Okay, this is also work knitting, and this is called the Bombini Cowl. Now you can make it straight, but I had one ball of yarn that I didn't have a yarn that would coordinate with it, and so I made it plain, and that was the one that sold
Wow.
at the booth. So I decided I could do that.
Plain ones are nice too, though.
There we go. This is really pretty.
I like
and
that.
this is Barocco Comfort DK. So it's nylon and acrylic. Nobody's good. And it's so soft. Like the yarn
And
is really, really
we've
soft.
showed them like this before on
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
It's nice to see the plain. That's nice. I
Exactly.
think you should do more plain. Those are really
Yeah.
nice.
And you know what's amazing? I mean, you do have, this is a DK weight. The pattern has fingering and worsted in it. And yes, you can purchase this, KF Jones, Bakery Bears. But you just have to juggle, work with the pattern a little bit when you use DK yarn. And so that actually is just a little bit under one ball. And that's 50 grams, by the way, of that Comfort DK.
Yeah. And it hides all this jowly thing.
Which she doesn't have, but she always tells me she has.
When you get older, you get that
You've
stuff.
got-
I don't know what you call it.
We won't talk about Thanksgiving
Okay.
right now. Alrighty. Now, I decided to make a present for me.
I like that when you make presents for me.
That is
I might have to put these on and get warm.
I think this might be a good idea.
For
So
my cold.
they're both done. And this is
These are beautiful.
this
I
is
love
kind
them.
of like a KF Jones day, by the way. So we have lots of things from her.
These
so
are nice.
these are the waffle socks by KF Jones. And it's just a shorty pair of socks. And this is DK weight yarn. So it's not really, unless you have really big shoes, it's not really for putting in shoes. It's more for if you like to bedtime socks, that
nighttime
kind of thing.
socks, cottage socks.
Exactly.
I love the names like waffle, and then it hits me. That looks just like a
I know,
waffle.
I know. It is amazing. And I have the ball band somewhere in my life. But this is called Snuggly Wuggly, and that is by Loops and Threads, because I know I got it from Michael's.
They'd be great camping, cottage.
Exactly.
At night, winter
Oh,
nights.
that would be good. Because our feet do get cold.
Yeah.
Our feet do get cold. That
Yeah. If
doesn't
you have
sound right.
hardwood floors. Like
Yes,
yeah.
we do. That's
Yes,
right.
so nice.
Exactly. And it didn't take very much. The balls of that
Right.
Snuggly Wuggly are big.
Maybe I can clean the floors with these with hardwood. Just walk over the floor.
Okay, look at this face. We have this joke. Okay, watch this. Oh. I'm not knitting you. I mean, I can make you some if you want.
Yeah, you could make me some out of cloth, and I could just walk over the
Either that, or we
floor.
could just tape on some a
We
washcloth
could
or
just hire
something.
somebody.
Oh dear, the
Oh.
things we do.
No.
Alrighty, I've got one more thing, and once again, KF Jones Bakery Bears. I'm just saying. And these are the Jane's mitts. And so they did a summer of stitching this year, and so you saw the bag that I made, and the knitting was this. Now, would you like to try them on?
Love them.
So
Is there a certain way
I
to go? Guess you want a
used,
certain way, right and left?
that's not it.
That's the 50-50 chance.
That's right.
So this part
Goes on the
goes
back
on
of
the
your hand.
back of my hand.
That's
Okay.
right. There we
Oh,
go.
nice. Look at that.
It looks very nice. I'll let you put on the second one. So this is Barocco Vintage DK. So it has a 52% acrylic, 40% wool, 8% nylon. And my hands are small and your hands are a little bit bigger, and they fit both of us. So it's a really well designed pattern.
I could go into hand modeling, I think.
You could. We might have to paint your fingernails.
Yeah,
but-
yeah. Oh, yeah, forget that. Forget hand modeling.
Okay. Wow. they
Maybe
look
if I got
great.
that side of my hands, it'd be okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it
But
looks
that's
very
nice.
good.
Yeah.
I think
They're
they
really
hand
nice. I
model.
love
Like
these.
this.
Yeah.
They do. They
They're
look
really
nice.
nice.
Exactly.
I like those. They're warm, too.
They are warm. I'm warm.
I'm warm, too.
That's right. So those, oh my goodness, that's it.
Oh,
Yes,
you've been
that's it.
busy.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh, those are my finished objects. And May, how about you?
I have some finished objects too. But my finished objects are more like, when we have our booth,
Right.
there's work to be done.
Right.
And so you have to label all of your soaps. You have to set up as to how you're going to set up your
Exactly.
booth. So I kind of, while you're knitting all this stuff, I'm kind of working on how to
Right.
set it up, although you do mostly the knitting one.
Right.
But we work together a little bit.
Exactly.
And so that and have 2 booth shows. So you're busy I'm busy doing that.
That's
and
right.
we loaded up. We just went to 2 shows, but the one both of them we took both cars.
Yes.
And the one in Lambeth we took 2 cars.
Yes.
And we get that all loaded up. And then I get to the show and I videotape a little bit about what's going on. I don't want to do too much videotaping what's going on.
Right.
Because you don't want to look like you're copying or,
other people.
You know, you
Which
just
we
kind of
don't.
want to get a general idea.
That's right, what it
I don't
looks
want to
like.
stay at somebody's table and
Right.
I don't think that's very nice. But anyway, I did what I could and to show you the Lambeth show, which was quite good and quite
It was
busy.
lots of fun, yeah.
And then there's our booth, which is set up as you can see, but that takes work on how to set it up
Right,
and where you're going to
exactly.
place everything and that. So I guess that would be my finished object.
And you did a
the
great
show
job.
was a finished object.
Exactly. Because it's finished.
It's finished and it's a lot of work. And
That's
we
for
have
sure.
another one on next weekend, not this
October
weekend coming.
12th.
And that's going to be in Kamoka
Yes.
Community Center. And then we'll see you there, hopefully.
Okay.
And yeah, so that's been time consuming, but
That's right.
but well worth it, and a lot of
That's right.
juggling in that.
That's
and
right.
also, Colleen, my store, my
At Memory Lane.
Memory Lane. Memory Lane is closing down, and they're moving to Southdale and Warncliffe.
Right.
And I chose not to move with them
Right,
because they were
right.
doubling the rent of the booth,
Yeah.
and I just didn't want to put that time and effort
No,
into
And it's hard,
sourcing
all the
material.
lugging and lifting, and when we're doing what we're doing with
Right.
the craft
So
fairs.
I'm feeling good to be done with all that. I sold all my shelving and everything else. So that was like getting stuff out of the basement and,
That's right.
decluttering. I'm into decluttering.
Decluttering.
Getting rid of stuff. That's
Yes.
my whole new thing.
That's right.
And anyway, so that's what I've been busy doing, and that's maybe a finished object, I think.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
So,
All right.
finished objects are done, and next we're going to talk about works in progress. My first work in progress, and my only work in progress, because I got a lot done, is one of and it's called the Faggoted Lace Chemo Cap by Gail Pounds. And it is a great pattern, and we sold a few of these, which was lovely. One lady that we were speaking to said that she just was trying to grow out her hair, so she just needed something to kind of light. And I don't know why the other person bought it, but I was so happy that they bought it. Now, it is with Barocco Comfort DK, and this is such a soft yarn. No wool in it, and that's why I think they use it for a chemo cap. So if somebody's lost their hair, we've got a friend who has lost their hair, and
she loves it.
And she loves it. We made a few for her, and it's warm enough so your head doesn't get cold, but it's not hot enough that you start to sweat.
Yeah, it's lovely. It's a lovely
It
feeling.
feels
yeah.
really nice.
Really nice yarn.
Yeah,
Nice.
exactly. So that is my
Wow,
only work in progress.
I can't believe that, but look at all you completed.
Yeah, I think I just kept, we kept going, oh, we'll do the podcast
Right.
tomorrow. We'll do the podcast tomorrow. And I kept going and getting things done.
Yeah, well, that's good. It must be weird for you just having one thing on your
It
knitting
is.
needles, isn't
Exactly.
Right.
It does. It's very strange.
Get to work. Get to work. My finished object or work in progress is like their Kamoka show is next week on the
12th of October.
And my job is to condense. We had the 2 tables in Lambeth, as you saw in the video. And my job is to condense everything we own onto a 6-foot or an 8-foot table.
I know.
So that's going to be
tricky.
hard to do and to know what to put on there to sell. I think
Okay.
what I might do is half soap and then half knitting.
Yeah, that
and
probably
figure
would work.
that out.
Yeah.
But so that's what I'm going to be working on and packing things up and getting healthier, getting
That's
well.
right. We got to get her better.
Yes. So other than that, that's it.
And speaking of works in progress, and speaking of October 12th, which is my mother's birthday, let's chat about my mom.
Okay, let's talk about
She is
your mom.
definitely a work in progress. So we got her home from the hospital. We got her settled back at her retirement residence, and it took a little while to get all the medicine doing what it needed to do and getting her back, so she wanted to go down for meals. And she's working really hard. She's lost a bunch of weight, and her family doctor said rest and get strong. So anytime she feels like she's not strong, I say just rest and get strong. So that's what she's doing, and she gets up and she does a little bit, and then she has a nap, and then she has lunch, and then she has a little nap, and that's perfect.
And she's about 80 pounds, but at least now, like with you going over there and helping her and getting her on track, going down for meals, getting her meds sorted out.
Right.
Now they're going to give her medications,
Right.
which is going to be great. And the fact that she's being able to be more independent to go down
That's
for her
right.
meals on her own,
Which
because
is
she wasn't
fantastic.
actually doing that. You were
No.
going over. So anyway,
right.
we're glad that she's on the mend, and she's
Exactly.
looking a little better.
Yep.
And
I had her out for, it really wasn't for her birthday, but she wanted to get her hair cut. So I went, okay, listen, I'm going to pick you up. We're going to do a haircut. I'll pay for that. I'll take you for lunch. We did that and got her home. And she was quite happy, very tired by the end of it all.
Right.
And the neat thing was I just made an appointment at the place where she usually used to go to get her haircut. And she happened to get the lady that she always had.
Oh, that's good.
And because
you
I
know,
didn't know.
There's something about, getting a shower and doing your hair and making you
Yeah.
feel better. So
Exactly.
she actually, you took a picture, she actually
Yeah.
looks a little better. So good job at,
Oh, thanks.
at nursing her back to health. So
Well, she's
cross our
definitely
fingers,
a work in progress,
Yes.
that's for sure.
Okay.
So that's our works in progress, and next we're going to talk about our adventure.
Well, our adventure again took us to the String Theory in Fergus. Now, we were stopping in there on our way up to my friend's cottage again, who invited us back up for a couple of
Yes.
days, which was awesome, and
It
we had a
was.
great trip. But if you're looking at that, you might want to look at the other podcasts where we talked about the cottage and
Exactly.
all the things that
It's beautiful, and they're really,
we had.
really sweet. They were really nice.
Yeah,
with us.
we had a great visit, and
Yeah.
on the way up, that was when we stopped in at the Muskoka Yarns.
Yeah.
But we stopped in at Fergus on the way up because we love going to Fergus. We love the little town there. It's amazing.
It
We
is.
love string theory there.
Yes. Yarn
And
shop is
the
brilliant.
yarn shop is brilliant. So what I'm going to do is just put a little bit of video in of our little visit there, and then we'll come back and talk about it. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. It's always a welcoming little yarn store. If you're ever in that
it's
area,
fantastic.
it's definitely worth the drive to go there.
Absolutely.
And I love Fergus. It's just a great little town.
Yeah.
So anyway, we were nice enough there, and Miranda,
Is
the
the
owner.
owner.
Who was not there,
Right.
but she happened to be on the phone or something,
Yeah.
and she knew we were in the store, and she asked the person that was lovely, the young girl at the clerk there, asked if she would let us know that she wanted to do a giveaway, and so you can talk all about the giveaway.
All right, I will. First of all, love the store. So there, I love their card too. So there is that. And it's on St. Andrew Street West in Fergus. Fergus is small. You will find it.
They have a big yarn festival every year, don't they?
They do, and we
didn't-
missed it
We
this
missed
year.
it this year,
Yeah.
but we were able to get there, so that was nice.
So that's part of the reason why we thought Fergus would be good. So we kind of did. We went and got some shoes in Kitchener.
Oh, we did. We bought new Nike shoes.
Yes.
There's a Nike outlet in Kitchener, and
Yep.
so that was a great buy. We got like $100 off these shoes, which was
Exactly.
great.
Fantastic.
And so I was so happy. By the time
Exactly.
we got to Fergus, I was like, oh, she must have thought, well, there's the happiest person in the world. She didn't know I had shoes in the car.
And oh my goodness, beautiful store, lots of different yarns. And they also have things for cross stitch, and they have things for felting, and they have like felt that you can make other things out of. And it was just lovely to have a tour around. And when I was looking around, I found this yarn. And it is called Fjord DK. It's by King Cole, and it's a Fair Isle Effect self-patterning yarn. And it is 100% anti-pilling acrylic. It feels so good. Now, I did a little digging on Ravelry to figure out, I wanted to make a cowl, and because of the self-striping part. Now, there is something called an Easy Fjord cowl. That's a good pattern. If you've got another pattern that you've used for DK yarn, you can use it. And you just basically knit. So if somebody you know is wanting to learn how to knit, this will allow them to knit in a circle and they will get the knit stitch down like nobody's business. Now, you know when you play Yarn Chicken, I'll show you. The nice thing about this, and here is my finished object, which that is how it comes out. So it's nice because it starts and finishes the same. So what I did was I kind of counted the number of rows. The only thing that was a little bit of a hiccup, there was a knot in the yarn, but it didn't make much difference, so we were okay. And here's what I had left.
That is your chicken.
So one of these is from the start, and one of these is from the end, and that's it. So the nice thing about this yarn is that you can just kind of judge and do that. So I did a 2x2 ribbing and then just knit plain. And it looks like I spent hours doing color work, and I didn't.
That's beautiful. That came out really nice.
I know.
So this is going to be the giveaway, the actual...
No.
No?
No, that is actually for you.
Oh, thank you. This is not the giveaway.
No, it's not the giveaway.
Thank you for that.
There we go.
I love that. I love the yarn.
The yarn is beautiful.
It is beautiful yarn.
Exactly.
Now, can you throw that in the wash too?
Yes, washing and drying.
Wow.
Let me just double check that I'm not lying to you. What does it say? Yep, in a cool dryer. In machine wash and dry in a cool dryer.
I wonder what my great-great-grandmother, because I'm doing the ancestry thing, as you know.
Yes.
And I'm wondering what my great-great-grandmother would think of this yarn nowadays. They never had this back in the day.
No, they didn't.
So you can imagine what they were knitting with and what you could do nowadays.
Exactly.
They would be in shock.
Exactly.
You know? That's great.
That's right.
That's
so
really nice.
that was mine done. And so what Miranda had said was that we could pick out one ball of yarn. And so because we liked this, that's what we picked out. So we picked out exactly the same color. So you know what it's going to look like. And nicely, she threw it into one of her in community entanglement, which I think is cute, bag. So this is the giveaway.
Yay!
So that's going to be the giveaway. Thank you so much, Miranda. We really appreciate you doing that. And so what your job is to do, if to enter the giveaway, is we want you to comment below.
Subscribe first,
and comment below this video and say what the name of your favorite cowl pattern is.
Okay.
Or if you don't have one, you say, I've never knit a cowl before, because this would be great for somebody just starting out. So we will give you till the, what do you think?
When's our next show? The night before? And
The
then
night before. That's a good idea.
To enter.
Yeah.
And then on our next podcast, we won't give a date. Whatever our next podcast is,
All right.
We'll announce the winner.
Okay, so midnight on October 11th. That's where we'll cut off entries. Okay. And once again, all you have to do is subscribe, comment below this video, and just say what my favorite cowl pattern is. It can be knit, it can be crochet, or as I said, if you've never done a cowl, you can say I've never done a cowl.
So midnight, October the 11th, 2024.
Thank you for saying the year, because that reminds us where we are.
Yes.
So that's good. So what a great giveaway. I have
Now
to
the
tell you.
pattern, so if you get this, you don't have to use this for that pattern. You could use it for something else.
Right.
But it's an idea. And where
right.
would you get that pattern off, Ravelry? Or?
There is one that's called the Easy Fjord Cowl.
Okay, so if you want to use that,
Yep.
if you get this as the gift, you could use that pattern.
Yeah.
Or you could knit something else.
And I'll make sure I put that in the show notes so that you've got that.
Now, I'm just going to ask you a question. You know that other cowl that you did that was burgundy, that you just showed that was all
Yes.
plain? Could you use that for that? Or no? Or is this a tough question?
It is a bit, well, you know me, specific. So I probably wouldn't, because that pattern that you're talking about, the Bombini cowl, it increases stitches all the way along. And so it wouldn't get a chance to show the pattern.
Okay.
See, when you do something that's like this, you're knitting the same number of stitches round and round.
Right.
So it has a chance to make this Fair Isle Effect pattern.
Well, see, I would be tempted to do that just to see how it would turn out.
Ah, well, there you go.
You know, to experiment a little bit.
Right.
But anyway, you know how that's going to work.
Exactly. So, and we wanted you to see how it works.
Yes.
So that is beautiful. And so if somebody's thinking they want to make something for somebody for Christmas, you can do that.
Right. So thank you, String Theory, for that giveaway for
That's
those
great.
people. That's awesome for our viewers.
Exactly.
I think it's great. So
and we did have a great adventure.
I loved it there. The weather was fantastic. Beautiful day again.
Yeah, exactly.
September's just a lovely month, isn't it?
I know. It's great.
So that was our adventure. Great adventure again as usual. Thank you.
There we go.
And it was nice to get away for a couple of days.
That's right.
Is that before your mom got sick or just after or in the middle?
Can't
remember.
I've lost it.
Okay.
I don't even.
But
no, I don't. Well, she might have just been home, but I'm not sure. It's been
bit
a
of
whirlwind.
blur. It's been a bit of a blur.
That's right.
But our next podcast, you're going to be making sure you want to see that one because that's all in our adventure. We took a little adventure to Peely Island, so you're not going to want to miss that one. Right. We took a golf cart around. Anyway,
okay.
I'm so excited about that one. But you'll want to watch the next podcast, and you'll want to watch to see if you won the giveaway.
That's right. So next, we're going to talk about souvenirs. I only have one souvenir. And that's because when we found this lovely yarn at String Theory, I thought, oh my gosh. So I looked at this color, and it's got browns and cream, and then it's May's favorite color of kind of a light tealy blue. It's beautiful.
And what are you going to make with that one?
I think I'm going to make exactly what that one is.
Okay, nice.
Well, it is for you. Well, no, that one's for you. I don't know. We'll see.
Then I'll have two the same.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're going to figure that out. But I just fell in love with it. It is so soft. It knits up so nicely. And so I thought, oh, this would be pretty.
Yeah.
So the yarn, the color combination in that is really pretty. So that is what
I can't believe that's your only souvenir. Oh my goodness.
I know.
Okay.
Well, I did get my book at Muskoka Yarn.
Oh, right.
But that's a whole other story.
Right.
Okay, so this is my souvenir from String Theory and Fergus. All right, May, souvenirs for you.
Well, souvenir that I got from you that was for me to give a gift to my mom. So basically, you got a gift from my mom that was to give.
Yes.
And it's this little, it looks like a little project bag, but you could use it for makeup or your camera or whatever my mom would want to use it for.
Right.
And you can see it's Scotland is calling and wants me to go.
Yeah.
And it's got all those little things, as you can see, the little bagpipes and the, Scotland too and
that's right.
Shortbread and haggis and all the good things that Scottish people do.
That's right.
Yeah.
It was lots of fun. And I think your mom liked it.
She loved it. My mom loved it, yes.
That's great.
So that was it. I mean, we're cutting back, maybe saving some money for a trip. I don't know.
That's right. Okay. You never know.
You never know.
So thank you so much for watching. If you like what you're seeing, give us a thumbs up, comment down below.
Ring the bell.
Ring the bell. And do subscribe because that helps us do this for you. And once again, to enter the contest, you're going to subscribe. You can like the video and then comment down below. Just say my favorite cowl pattern is, or I've never knit a cowl. And it doesn't matter, knit, crochet. It's just a comment below, and then we'll do random number generator. And String Theory, once again, was so kind. So thank you, Miranda, owner of that.
And the date of the last time that you can enter is the midnight of October the 11th, 2024.
That's
and
right.
then we will announce the winner on our next podcast. You won't want to miss that. So make sure you subscribe. And I hope the last winners of our, I think we've heard from a few winners from our last giveaway. And they were very happy with it. And we want to do more giveaways as the year get into the 2025.
That sounds good, 2025.
I know. How do we get that old?
I don't know. Well, we don't get old. The year changes, but we don't get old. So thanks again. And until next time,
You take care.